Rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya na Amiri Jeshi Mkuu wa Majeshi ya Ulinzi katika sherehe hii ya kufuzu kwa mahafala wetu makurutu wa vijana wa huduma kwa taifa hapa katika jimbo la Nakuru, hususan eneo wakilishi bunge la Gilgil. Karibu sana Mheshimiwa Rais, ili uweze kuwapa nafasi vijana hawa kujiunga na wenzao katika utendakazi na kuhakikisha kwamba majukumu waliyotwikwa mabegani wanaenda kutekeleza. Karibu sana Your Excellency. Karibu tuongoze katika sherehe hii ya leo. Karibu sana. Karibu Mheshimiwa Rais. Karibu utuongoze katika sherehe hii ya siku ya leo. Karibu Mheshimiwa Rais.
Hivi sasa ni wakati wake mkuu wa gwaride akuja mbele ya Mheshimiwa Rais kumwomba idhini ili apate kuikagua gwaride.
Your Excellency, recruits and instructors on parade, on that president are ready for your visit.
Basi kwa heshima kuu Mheshimiwa Rais amekubali kuikagua gwaride hii. Tunaweza keti tafadhali. baada ya mgeni wetu Mheshimiwa Rais Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta kuikagua ile gwaride, ni wakati wake mkuu wa gwaride hili kumwomba idhini ili apate kuendelea na gwaride. Basi kashapata idhini, naomba tafadhali tusimame. Mheshimiwa Rais, wanaokuja mbele hivi sasa ni wale waliofanya vyema zaidi katika vitengo mbalimbali ili kuzipokea zawadi. The best recruit all-round men, service number 196, 233, Newton Munene Kelly. The best recruit all-round women, service number 196, 428, Christine Mweni Musau. The best recruit in drills men, service number 194, 789, Ken Odongo Jacob. The best recruit in drills women, service number 196, 953, Margaret Wangari Ndubi. The best recruit in academics men, service number 200636, Bernard Kiplangat Bet. The best recruit in academics women, service number 198, 677, Clarice Awino Omondi. The best recruit in sports men, service number 197, 976, Stephen Kangede. The best recruit in sports women, service number 195, 828, Esther Jalimo. The officer representing the best company men, personal number 200703, 4092, Inspector Joyce Ogango. The officer representing the best company women, personal number 200703, 2040, Inspector Evelyn Mangira. The officer representing the best brigade, Simba Brigade, personal number 200703, 5420, Superintendent Richard Maivia.
Congratulations.
Asante sana. Baada ya kupokea zile zawadi, kila mmoja wao anarudi katika kitengo chake ili naye mkuu wa gwaride apate kuendelea na gwaride lake. Basi kwa maridadi kabisa, gwaride limeanza kwa mwendo wa kinyonga. Naomba tutulie, tuangalie ni yapi vijana hao wanayotuonesha siku ya leo. Karibuni. kikundi cha 6. Hivi sasa ni kikundi cha 7. Hivi sasa kinachopita ni kikundi cha 8. Wakisaidiana na parade adjutant. kabisa, gwaride limebadilika kutoka mwendo wa kinyonga hadi mwendo wa kasi. Mheshimiwa Rais, kinachopita ni kikundi cha kwanza katika contingent ya kwanza. Maridadi kabisa, tukifungiwa na kikundi cha pili 12 katika ile contingent ya kwanza. Hivi sasa ni wakati wa kiapo cha utii ambako tutaongozwa na wakuu wa madhehebu yetu. Karibuni.
Oath of office. I do hereby swear by Almighty God that I will faithfully bear true allegiance to the President as the Commander-in-Chief of the Kenya Defense Forces and to the Republic of Kenya, that I will faithfully serve the President and the Republic as an officer of the National Youth Service, that I'll obey all laws and lawful orders, regulations, directions and instructions concerning the National Youth Service, and I will discharge all the duties of an officer of the National Youth Service according to the law, without fear, favor, affection or ill will. So help me God.
Mheshimiwa Rais, kwa heshima kuu na kwa ruhusa yako, naomba kumkaribisha mkuu wa chuo hiki, Senior Deputy Director, Madam Ruth Mbuvi, OGW, apate kufungua na hotuba yake kisha kuendelea na ratiba hiyo. Karibu Madam Commandant.
Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, CGH, Cabinet Secretaries present, distinguished guests, National Service fraternity, graduates, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, sir, allow me to welcome you to the National Youth Service Paramilitary Academy, Gilgil. Sir, with your permission, sir, please, may I now invite the Director General to make her remarks. Madam DG, please.
Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, CGH, Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Public Service, Gender, Senior Citizens Affairs and Special Programs, Professor Margaret Kobia, PhD, MGH, Cabinet Secretaries present, distinguished guests, graduates, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, sir, we are deeply honored to welcome you once again to the National Youth Service. Before you are 7,289 graduates, comprising of 5,468 servicemen and 1,821 servicewomen, including 16 persons living with disability. Your Excellency, sir, the training offered here in Gilgil and the subsequent engagement of these young men and women in nation-building activities sets them apart from their peers by instilling in them the values of discipline, diligence, patriotism, and nationhood. This is the unique selling point of our youth that guarantees that the job market dependable workforce. Enlistment of our servicemen and women into the disciplined services will therefore enhance these values in those services. Besides, those that graduate with trade in different skills areas have proved to be a cut above the rest as attested by their employers. Your Excellency, sir, I want to thank you most sincerely for the continued support to the service and the love you have shown to the youth of this country by championing their training and job placement. With your permission, sir, may I now invite the Cabinet Secretary, Professor Margaret Kobia, to give her remarks and continue with the rest of the program. Madam CS, please.
Thank you very much, Director General, Your Excellency, Honorable Uhuru Kenyatta, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces of the Republic of Kenya. It is an honor to welcome you to the National Youth Service to preside over the passing out parade of the second cohort of paramilitary training 2021. Your Excellency, your presence with us today demonstrates your continuing determination to ensure that the youth access quality training and discipline for the labor market and to support national development. Your Excellency, sir, I wish to thank National Youth Service Council, management and the staff for strengthening National Youth Service governance to deliver on the expanded mandate. The performance of the Council and the management has demonstrated high standards of professionalism, patriotism, and high standards of ethical practices. And the Excellency, that's why for almost the fourth year, we have not witnessed any unethical issues in the institution. Your Excellency, sir, National Youth Service has made notable development contributions spread across the national and beyond. The contribution in manufacturing, food security, and housing, to name a few, target providing timely solutions to national development challenges. In conclusion, Your Excellency, I congratulate each and every one of the graduates who have successfully completed the paramilitary training program. Further, I note they had an opportunity to bond as Kenyans and promote peaceful coexistence as a value. I thank the parents, guardians, and all government and non-government agencies, including the county, who have contributed to this training of the Kenyan youth. Your Excellency, it is now my humble duty to invite you to give your handles to this congregation and also the nation. Your Excellency, sir.
Thank you very much. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, mbele ya niseme chochote, Commandant, officers and all the servicemen and women, I want to congratulate you for one of the best parades I have ever seen in my life. Hongera sana. Pongezi sana. Pongezi sana. Today, we are gathered here to witness yet another momentous occasion as we graduate 7,300 servicemen and women who are now transitioning to the second phase of the National Youth Service Program. To all of you who graduate today, we celebrate you for your successful completion of a rigorous and highly demanding 6-month long paramilitary training. I commend indeed the entire team led by the Cabinet Secretary, members of the Ministry, the Director General and her team, the Commandant and her team, for your collective dedication and commitment. Before us today is a cohort of servicemen and women who are ready and able to go on and be great. One of the issues that we have pondered over is how we can prepare every Kenyan youth for their personal destiny. The interventions that we have put in place include fostering greater access to technical and vocational education, creating a framework through which our youth would have greater access to government procurement opportunities, creation and expansion of youth affirmative action funds, such as the Youth Fund, the UWEZO Fund, as well as the expansion of this NYS program. And undoubtedly, the NYS program has been a tremendous success. And for that reason, despite the disruptions caused by COVID-19, we have remained resolute on empowering our youth through the NYS, which has seen an additional 14,779 young people admitted into the NYS this calendar year. Indeed, through the NYS training programs, we now have a critical mass of employable youth with a reputation for discipline, diligence, excellence, and hard work. This sterling reputation has stood the test of time, and I therefore urge you, the class graduating today, to maintain these high standards as you move on to the next phase of your service to Kenya. Let me also, Madam Director General, say that we are glad to note that the NYS tracking system is now operational and contains a comprehensive data of 107,350 youths who have undergone the NYS program since 2014, and another 49,511 continuing servicemen and women at different stages of the program. The system has now become a reference point of choice for employers in search of superlative employees known for their hard work and excellence. And on that note, I wish to commend today our discipline services for paying heed to my directive to employ NYS servicemen and women during their mass recruitment. Indeed, in the just concluded KDF recruitment exercise, 500 NYS graduates were recruited. Today, I once again reiterate my directive to the National Police Service and all other discipline services to redouble their efforts towards the absorption of the NYS cohorts into their ranks. And indeed, Inspector General, wakati unafanya recruitment next year, hawa vijana wawe huko mbele, mustari ya mbele. I further urge all government departments to leverage on the pool of skills that abound in our NYS graduates for employment in the areas of infrastructure, rehabilitation, security, customer care, vector control, and social protection. Ladies and gentlemen, since independence, the National Youth Service has been instrumental in our national development. Recognizing this enormous contribution, we have placed the NYS at the center of the implementation of various key Government of Kenya projects. For example, the service recently entered into a partnership with the Kenya Power and Lighting Company, by which NYS participated in a countrywide exercise to improve KPLC's efficiency in delivering electricity to all corners of Kenya. NYS assisted KPLC by ensuring that the company has an up-to-date data set of all its physical assets, including all prepaid and postpaid meters. In other areas, especially of national security, we have seen the NYS involved in the digitization of data at the Lands Department. We have seen the NYS involved in the national addressing system, and the NYS has also been enlisted at the Integrated Communications Command and Control Center, IC3, to respond to telephone calls and other electronic communications from members of the public. This is in addition to NYS's role in augmenting the work of the police in crowd control duties during significant local as well as international functions. The service has remained a dependable entity in emergency response and disaster management. Ladies and gentlemen, these are just but a few examples of how the NYS has become an even more critical player in our development spectrum, and the class graduating today can expect to similarly be called upon to contribute to a variety of development areas, particularly within the Big Four agenda. When we conceptualized the Big Four agenda, we were determined to direct our resources and efforts to those issues and projects with the greatest impact on the well-being of our people. To succeed, we all need to rethink our approach to the social economic development of our country. NYS has become a critical player and also an enabler of the Big Four agenda across the four pillars, but particularly in food security and manufacturing. Today, we are glad to note that the Textile and Garment Technology Institute has been modernized through the acquisition of new machines and equipment to enhance efficiency and quality. This has expanded the production capacity of the factory 20-fold, from 100 pieces a day in 2013 to 2,205 pieces per day today. Apart from the garment factory, it is also notable that the service has commenced the process of acquiring equipment to automate the mineral water bottling venture located in Turbo Field Unit. In addition, bakery equipment and allied accessories have been installed for the production of bakery products here in Gilgil. In support of our national food security, the NYS service has produced last year approximately 1,661 tons of food items from its various farm units across the country. And I note also that the service has set aside 100 acres at the Turbo Field Unit to upscale certified potato seed production. With all these initiatives in place, there is no reason why the service cannot be fully self-sustaining, in addition to adding to the resources available to the national exchequer. I therefore urge the NYS leadership and personnel to come up with additional programs and initiatives which, if implemented at low cost, can yield significant benefits and revenues. I conclude today by reiterating once again my administration's commitment to supporting the NYS as it seeks to transform and empower our youth for national development. To you, the graduating class, today is just the first step in a journey that should bring you tremendous personal development, but as well as produce great national benefits. I urge you today to be true to your training, hold dear the ethos of hard work, dedication, and excellence, and I do believe that you will make a great and positive impact. Gavana, unaona vijana hawa, jameni, siongee na wenzako muanze kuandika hawa vijana jameni. Unaona vile wanakanyanga ground hii. Chukueni hii vijana jameni, mwapatie kazi. Vijana, hongera, 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 hongera. Nasema Mungu awabariki mkitoka hapa leo kwenda kutekeleza kazi zenu mbalimbali. Tunawajivunia. We are very proud of you. Very, very proud of you. Na nasitiza tena ya kwamba tutafanya juu chini kuhakikisha ya kwamba yale yote ambayo mumeweza kujifunza mkiwa kwa chuo hiki haitapotea, na tuhakikishe ya kwamba mtakuwa katikati ya mipangilio yetu ya serikali ya kujenga taifa letu la Kenya, kupatia huduma wa Kenya, na pia kuwawezesha siku za huko mbele kuweza kujisimamia na kujitegemea kwa kazi tofauti tofauti, kwa biashara tofauti tofauti, na ndio muendelee kukuza uchumi wetu wa Kenya na muendelee kutumikia wananchi wenzenu wa Jamhuri ya Kenya. Mungu awabariki sana, Mungu awalinde. Shukran, asanteni sana. Thank you. Very good.
Basi baada ya shangwe kwa Mheshimiwa Rais, ni wakati wake mkuu wa gwaride kumwomba Mheshimiwa Rais ruhusa ili apate kuiondoa gwaride lake uwanjani. Kwa heshima kuu amepata idhini ya kuiondoa gwaride uwanjani. Maridadi kabisa, gwaride alikigeuka na kuform into division. RSM Senior Sergeant Cecily Anjiru. Tukiondoka uwanjani tutakuwa na vikundi 96 ambako zitapita mbele yako Mheshimiwa Rais. Ikiwa ni kikundi